Hello Lightworkers and cosmic warriors and wayshowers everywhere all across the globe. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Brad Etter and I am a Lightworker. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I have a playlist where I update Lightworkers on what's going on cosmically to help empower them with awareness so that we can move through this confusion and chaos together and not forget why we're here. Let's get down to brass tacks. There's a lot going on in the world right now. I think we're all aware of that at this point, especially with the coronavirus raging and the media pouring all this fear into the world. What I'd like to address today is the brain and kind of look at it from more of an etheric point of view instead of a psychological point of view so that we can understand what the mind is, what the brain is, what its real purpose is, and how it can easily be used for mind control. The mind is a very complex machine. Now, what I'll say is a lot of people believe that the brain and the mind is the identity. I think, therefore I am. Because in a lot of ways we're taught to reject our emotions and our feelings, which have gotten out of balance because of a lot of factors. But the truth is the feelings and the emotions are our higher self giving us little nudges towards the truth. And that's the feminine energy, which has been something really subverted, and therefore it is not expressing itself in a balanced way. And that's why emotions are considered weakness right now. I'm talking so fast. Sorry guys, I'm really passionate about this topic. The brain is comprised of many different levels. If you want to learn more about that, I do have a video linked. Please go check that out. It really addresses how the different brainwave states are associated with our different consciousness states. This is sort of the bane of this video and how people can be mind controlled. So getting back to the coronavirus, people tend to come from a place of fear-based reaction instead of solution-based action. They're focusing so much on the external world and what's going on around them and associating their identities with that they're not looking at their inner worlds and seeing what's going on in there. I have had extensive experiences of going into different brainwave states. For those of you who watched my other videos, you know that I have had sleep paralysis, a lot of lucid dreaming going on, and this is why I know the mind so well. I know that the mind can project different realities, and the point is, if we have sublimated parts of our minds that we're not looking at, which our inner worlds can illuminate, they're going to work against us, and they can be used and exploited by the media in order to keep us in a state of fear so we do not ascend. Because right now, we're bathed in the Pleiadian light, and this is the 2020 galactic portal that actually the Mayans predicted because their calendar was 8 years off. Instead of looking at it from fear, we can look at it as a way to convert the energy into something high vibrating and actually as a portal out of chaos into clarity. So I really feel that it's time for us to shine a flashlight into maybe cobwebbed parts of our minds that we're not familiar with and that we're probably terrified of because there's trauma there. Those separate fragments where your mind was traumatized, that is the access point for your own exploitation. That's how you can be mind controlled. We have to connect our inner worlds with our outer worlds. And I've spent so much time in my inner worlds that now I had this rude awakening of being in the outer world, which is the mind. And if they're out of sync, it can cause a lot of problems, like the glitch states that we are in as a humanity right now. I really encourage you to go as deeply in as you possibly can. Commune with the spirit guides that are all around you. Where is that thing? I have something to show you. Found it. This is my own personal pendulum. I don't just use this to commune with my spirit guide, whose name is Mother Moon, who's a Pleiadian 5D entity that has been guiding me for a long time, without whom I would be so freaking lost. So this is my pendulum. I got it a few months ago. I chose the stone's Petersite. It is the Tempest stone because it's called a little storm. Like the stone has its own little storm raging. That storm can create change. And I like that because it shows me that out of chaos will always come clarity. Both are really there, but we have to decide which one we feel is real. It's a repeated reconditioning of the brain to say, I choose what is real, I choose what is real, I choose what is real. That's kind of the point of affirmations. If you're constantly connecting with spirit guides, if you're constantly meditating, if you're making going into your inner world in any way a part of your day, that could even be reading, watching a film, having deep conversations with friends, that is an act of accessing your inner world. So as you do that repeatedly, you recondition your mind to serve the heart, which is what it's meant to do, instead of being separate, which is kind of what happened when we had the Aristotelian divide of body, mind, and spirit, and that created this whole separate ego that is now being used against us as an apparatus to be controlled, and that is done exclusively by the media. The coronavirus coverage through the media, we can't lie. I mean, look at what it's caused people to, how it's caused them to behave. Just a week ago, we were all normal going about our day, and now people are like, there's no water. I'm not demeaning the fact of a virus. Instead of freaking out, which resonates us with the frequency of illness, which is why it exists in the first place, we have to connect to our inner worlds and remember our vibration, and then that does not matter. You will completely ascend out of anything that is trying to hold you back. Use the heart. Let the heart facilitate your way now and find anything you can to connect with your inner worlds, because that is all that's important. And as light workers, we're really tasked to do that so we can find the answers within us to move forward. You're not going to find the answers outside. So just relax, settle down, and look within. Love you, light workers. There are a lot more videos for you coming, so make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time with some other nugget of information that I'm waiting to download from my inner worlds. Was this a good video, Mother Moon? Pendulum doesn't lie.